we've started the trail. We started to clear the trail. It starts where the old line into this comes through. Sorry, there's a lot of leaves at the moment. You might not be able to see the line, but the old one, well, the current one goes down there where James is. We're clearing a new one out through here.
There's gonna be 3 tracks from the same start. You can go down, drop to the left, go to the middle, and then go to our. So you can have 3 tracks going from the same point.
Yeah, it'll be very, very cool. There'll be 3 trails coming down here, but all from the same starting point. So you kind of have more options and more choice.
The El Natural section that we can't go.
Yeah, this is the El Natural section. There's like one. There was one really off-canter piece,
So you sort of
which I canted there.
bank. It's not called bank. It is. It's called.
But the rest of it's kind of like natural ground level.
Just think.
Yeah, it's a bit techy. There's like a little corridor here, which I think will be quite cool because it'll make you be on the inside here, which is exactly where you want to be for this bit anyway. And then we're crossing over a path here. It's the old path.
Hope it doesn't look like a stretch of brown.
It is a stretch of brown.
Yeah, but
You made a brown river.
it's like a chocolate milk river. There's gonna be a berm where we've stood now.
Yeah, berm where we stood. That's the current plan. Radius will be from where I am around to James. You guys, this might look a bit weird because you guys are used to the previous trail, which is just over there. It is a previous trail. We're just starting from higher up and connecting to the top of that trail so we can extend it a little bit longer. So we're going to come on along here and then we'll connect up and continue. So yeah, we want ideally a bunch of big kickers here. That's the idea basically, just like maybe 2 or 3. But this is the old trail you guys are used to seeing. Here's the sharkfin, berm, feature, and the trail continues down there. So this trail is continuing up that direction, and then I have an idea of how to get into this. It's gonna be weird, but I think it'll work. We will see. If it doesn't work, then we'll come up with another plan. We will time lapse building the kickers next, and also clearing out the area and the berm. We haven't got any bikes today.
No, my headset's knackered and my forks have hydrolocked themselves. So I don't have any suspension or headset. And you just couldn't be asked to ride your bike, could you? So.
No, I just couldn't be asked today.
No, so there you go. So there's no testing, but it's building. So.
Yes. Mate, I reckon just come here. Look here.
Yeah, it does line up. Yeah, I'm not
straight down there.
You come to this side of the track. So
yeah, straight down the middle there.
That works.
That berm that we were just talking about is literally right where my finger is.
Yes, that works.
Perfect, literally a straight line. You couldn't ask for a more perfect line. Well, unless it was built for you, then and all you had to do was clear some leaves. Yeah, otherwise this is pretty much as good as it gets at King's, really. Straight line, no stumps in the way.
All you can ever ask for, really.
Yeah, it's decent dirt. No other trails here we're accidentally blocking off. Yeah, what time that's this? See you in a bit. So Okay, back from that time lapse. So as you can see, trail comes out here.
We've mellowed the ground out into this jump, built this. It needs to settle and be ridden.
Yeah.
Probably haven't got your bike. We can't do that, but yeah, that's maybe.
It's a nice starter
probably
feature.
a foot and a half from jump.
It's a nice starter feature. I think if you can hit this with decent speed, it'll pop you quite nice.
Probably landing hopefully around about where I am.
Yep.
Then into your berm. Cool.
And then into the berm, which I've kind of been working hazardly on. Hazardly.
What have you come into?
It needs a little bit of work, but it's a berm. That's all it needs to be.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit more dirt on it.
Push the start out a little bit, maybe.
A little bit more dirt on it,
Yeah,
basically.
there,
Push the end out a bit. And then we're coming down there with dougalers now.
Some Sprite, there you go, that's the one.
Oh, you got Sprite, have you?
I've got Sprite, yeah.
I've only got water.
Oh, I got Monster.
I could pour a packet of Skittles in my water. You can get brown water.
We've built this kicker here now. This one, so we've got Elijah's berm over there. Into this straight, the big kicker there, probably 2 foot, maybe.
What? Take off or like
take off from here?
Back of it's like 3 foot.
I'd say 2 foot, but yeah, either way.
I mean, if I count zooming long.
Lengthwise.
Quite chunky.
Yeah. Probably take off from there, land down here then, and then another identical version of one of those roughly over here somewhere, I expect.
So, we are back. Me and James are disagreeing on ideas. I have one, he has one. He's not happy because I'm a bit stubborn and I think this one will actually be a better line. But obviously that's only my opinion. Everyone has their own opinions. So I'll make trail a bit, you know, unique, and every trail's a bit different. But the idea is we want another jump on the straight, right? So come out of that one, jump. We want another one around here, and then we need to get into there and we want another takeoff down there. But James thinks we should go to the right of that tree. I think we should go to the left of that tree. The right of the tree has 2 stumps, but James reckons we can do a hit between them. I want to go to the left of that tree, and there's a stump, slightly bigger, but it's lower down, and I reckon we can just be able to take off the top of it and we're absolutely fine. We'll rock it into the next jump.
I'm not going to agree with what you're saying, I don't want it.
You don't have to agree, we just got to build it. Oh, I've found my space. Anyway, so yes, we need to get into there. I think this will work really well. Really well. It might be a bit tight getting into that whale tail. I don't know, we'll find out. So we need to line up with this here, right? You can see the corridor. Come through here. I'm saying we go straight to there. James wants to come around here. In all honesty, James's kind of makes more sense. in that you go straight and then you have another jump, obviously because we're not having a hip or anything, and then have something to turn you around here. But I reckon it's only a few degrees. I reckon you'll be able to turn on a flat section between the jumps and then have another takeoff, and you'll be absolutely fine. But yeah, I'll update you in a bit on James's mood and on the trail.
Prairie on the track.
A walkthrough of this entire track that we've ended up building in one day, sort of like 6 hours.
Yeah.
Built an entire track in, which is quite cool. It's quite weird. If you don't have bikes and you're driving home, you can get a lot more done. Yeah.
The situation's a bit different today.
Yes.
An exception, we managed to get a lot of exceptional work done.
We've got this run in.
Yeah, we're walking along the run in basically. There's nothing special.
Starting from the same place you start to go into.
All of the trails start from there. Me and I's currently there, but our line comes down here. Along the top a little bit more.
Here's off to the right, yeah.
Yep, so you come around here, and then you come across your first feature.
Probably a one and a half foot kicker.
Yeah, it's a small kicker.
But you sort of want.
But I think
to build up into the line.
We have a berm right after it, so I'm thinking, but if you hit this with speed from pedaling in from that longish running all downhill, you're gonna land like where James is.
If you go really big,
and if you're going fast, you're gonna rocket around that berm.
Yeah, or you can jump in.
Or even jump into it. And then what's kind of funny is that straight after it, there's like maybe a bike length, and then you're taking off again.
Yeah, which is cool.
So if you did land into the berm, you're literally hitting the berm, riding the berm, and then taking off again.
There's no respite if you end up if you do that.
This kicker.
Cool. Well, it's a bit bigger, more steep than the one before it. But in the hopes that if you're going slowly, you can just pop off it, or it's steep enough you can push and jump for it. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we continue.
Same thing again, would you say?
Kind of. You're going to be in the air, then as soon as you land, you have someone else come up to you immediately.
Yeah, that's the idea of this track. It's very fast paced.
Yeah, it's going to be like constant.
Yeah.
And also because the pace, you are going to be like skipping around a lot, I reckon.
So you've got another one, more mellower, bit longer takeoff than that one before it, and it's sort of slightly angled, like twisted slightly to point you down this new part of the track, which
we'll show you in a second.
Can you see all the leaves and things on the camera?
A little bit.
So you see like
much, but yeah. So I just wanted to explain. This one here goes straight, right? No. I just wanted to explain because we were talking about this earlier. So this one here goes straight, right?
Then we've had to jump this one this way.
And then, yeah, and then we're going slightly tilted. So we turned it ever so slightly, and now we're going straight.
Whereas originally I wanted to come up this way. Which
Yeah.
I was originally
So
to
James
and then
wants
drop
to-
back in again.
James wanted to come around this side of the tree, basically.
But only just to put a hip jump there. That's all they
Yeah,
for.
I know what you wanted, but I just didn't think it was worth it.
Well, yeah, if it's something that I can ride, but someone who just came to Kings can't ride.
Yeah, but I just didn't
cuts the
think it
track,
would
doesn't
fit the track very well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It ends up being a awkward ride.
Yeah, I just think it would slow you down a bit, and it would be a bit like
Then-
it would be fun for a lot of people, but then a lot of people would just be like, it's a bit of a meh
Yeah.
feature.
Well, this is completely and utterly new.
Yes, this
So-
section here, actually, I quite like this bit. Me and James were talking about
really
it.
exposed this running, and exposed sort of literally this like hairy, rooty stuff we had to drag off. Then you come down here into what you can now see is a whale tail. It wasn't here originally. Cool.
Yes.
Because seeing as you wanted to build this whale tail, do you want to
Oh, okay.
Explain
Yeah,
it, yeah.
I'll talk for it.
talk for it? Explain what you've done?
So keeping it like single tracky, quite rough. I think it will slow down a little bit because the top section's quite sculpted, and then you reach this feature here, which is a very like mellow takeoff, but I think it'll allow you to pull up enough off it.
Yeah.
And then we have a big landing,
A very wide landing.
very wide
for
landing.
No reason.
for absolutely no reason
Just got
at all.
wide again.
It just unintentionally got wider than
Yeah.
we thought it would be.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you guys remember,
that line there.
this was the old entrance to the line.
Because it used to be a berm here, into that was a sharkfin takeoff. So now we've kept the takeoff and just jumped straight through. So you jump into the berm essentially. Or
Yeah.
the remnants of a berm.
So before it was like a BERM shark fin. We did it in one of the early videos of this trail build.
Yeah.
And now it is a kind of whale tail.
Well, it is a whale tail. The only thing missing is a landing. You're meant to have a landing at the end of a whale tail, technically.
Yeah,
But yeah, like I said, we haven't got bikes, we can't test it, so we could build one anyway.
yeah. But I think that'd be cool because a lot of people, if there's a landing and there's an you have to like hit spot, like not spot on the landing, but
You end up having to catch your nose into it and all sorts.
yeah, there's like an expectation to reach a certain point.
Yeah.
Whereas I think there's a big case pad on that jump in and a
Yeah.
kick us above it to nowhere as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So as long as you can like get over that like smaller gap and weight
It's
in.
quite a safe track.
It's a very safe track.
safe but rapid if you hit it fast enough.
Yeah, for all levels.
Should we show what we're going to do down here with the shark fin or another video?
We'll talk about it quick.
Talk about it now. Just rough, yeah.
Yeah. So continuing, we have like another kind of rougher section.
They've seen this before, haven't they, when we built it?
Yeah, you saw us build it, but I just wanted to talk for it. So rough before the whale tail, like a little bit slidey, and then you jump off the whale tail, and then it's a little bit rooty and like bumpy here. It's not that bad. Like I'm not saying it's like
It's definitely doable, and it's
yeah,
actually
it's
quite
not
fun.
downhill at all, but it's a little bit more janky.
It's fun because you sort of pop off the root, so you hit a root and pop off to one side. And yeah, quite cool.
It's a little bit more interesting than riding a flat section trail with nothing on it.
Yeah. So all this is staying the same here.
This is the same as the what we did in the previous episode.
Nothing's happened here, but we're having a bit of trouble with it because of the water course keeps coming up again, doesn't it? On that shark fin.
Yeah.
Still struggling with a swampy landing.
So last time we talked about it, and the problem was that we were getting water coming up through the landing, right?
Yeah.
And we talked to a couple of people about this as well. But anyway, this feature is a step down shark fin. The takeoff looks absolutely insane, and as it kind of fits the rest of the trail, because it's like you land, you're off again,
Yeah.
and it's very, very cool. But even like
But what was this?
Look at this.
2 weeks it's been since
This is
we
like-
dug it up.
yeah, this has been like 2-3 weeks, and it's been pretty dry and
It's
on and off a
still
little bit wet,
hobby
but
mess. Yeah.
there's so much water coming up through there. That has not dried at all. I don't think we can do anything with that.
No.
And it's not even draining to the bottom. That's the thing. There's drainage to it,
Big
bone dry,
Yeah.
bone dry, and that's lower down than where the water's coming out at. So the water's coming out, and then it's just staying in the mud there.
It's definitely a water course rather than just a wet area.
Yeah,
Water course. Is that what's called? Water table. That's
Water
it,
table. it's a problem, and we can't really ignore
So you
it.
sort of need some comments or advice about what you want to see this change into. Because
Yeah.
we thought build a berm, literally just get rid of that takeoff and blend a berm back in. So you're riding further left of this landing, so you shouldn't end up touching the water course essentially.
Yeah,
But that's a bit boring. 'Cause it's just a berm, isn't it? It's not a jump.
it's kind of our only alternative is to
just build a berm, because then
make it all into a berm and keep away from that inside. Because this dirt here, I think, is quite dry.
This is fine.
So if we could just keep your riding line out here and avoid, I don't know what we can do about that, rather than just like pull some mud over it and just hope for the best.
Could we rotate the takeoff so you end up landing where I'm stood here?
You could angle the takeoff so you land straighter.
In between here, so that you bump the whole takeoff and meet her over.
Yeah, okay.
Still a sharkfin, then you might be able to avoid the watercourse.
Okay, so we'll just straighten the, I think our new idea actually, besides
that might work, because then
is to straighten the shark fin. So instead of like that, it's like here, so you come straighter.
Yeah, so it becomes a step down double rather than a shark fin technically. But
yeah, it'll be a slight turn, but not that noticeable.
Okay.
So currently it goes there. We're talking about going there, and then we would have to have a berm. There's no alternative. Where James's would be the landing.
That's dry. That's dry. So
is that's dry down there, is it?
Yeah. So we might get
right. Hello, Dougal.
Anyway, we need to. We might have enough time to change this today, so we can start it and we can update them later.
Hey, Dougal. Hey. So where Dougal's just gone? Okay, maybe not. That's where the water course was, where he just ran to. Where he was supposed to go for the stick, he is actually where we're going to go. So right there, instead of right there, which is our current line. We're going to do that now, actually, I think. I don't have enough charge in this GoPro to...
I've got the phone if we need it.
Yeah, we'll take some pictures and things, but I don't have enough to time-lapse this. Well, I have 11%, so I can time-lapse and see what happens.
We've got half an hour.
Yeah, but we need to get on with this. Anyway, so I'm going to quickly do the outro.
Oh, yeah, go on.
I'll do it on my own, don't worry, it's fine. So if you have stuck around and watched this video, thank you very much. It is really sick that people are watching us and, you know, leaving comments and, you know, riding on trails. We've had a lot of people who've come up to us when we're building the trails and stuff and say, oh, you're the guys who, you know, who are building all the new stuff. And that's like mental, because we're like, you know, new trail builders, really. Like, we're new to this stuff. We're not like, we knew it for like a year, but we're kind of like on the low, if that makes sense. So it's sick that people are seeing our stuff and actually riding it and enjoying it and knowing who we are without us ever having met them. And obviously, yeah, if you live around the Somerset, Taunton area, Bridgewater, those kind of areas, this is somewhere that you can come and ride. There's lots of trails there. We're not the only builders who've been up here in the last 4 years. So there's definitely stuff around. Yeah, the two young kids who have come up here and done a little building as well. So yeah, you can support them as well by following them at Crash O'Clock. They got a cool account. They're doing cool stuff. Oh, I'm waffling. You could have just said that. Yeah, like and subscribe. Yeah, and also on TikTok and on YouTube, obviously. Why haven't you?
Anything else?
Yeah, make sure you follow us everywhere.